Crack coffee open. There we go. There we go. My dog still is still over there. Probably in that chair still. Or whatever. Whatever. We can stay over there. At least I'm feeling better in the last few days for sure. But I can definitely tell if somebody's like confident sometimes. Like, I've like did a slight injury right here or some sort. It's like the membrane lining or whatever, where the lung and like the rib cage would be at, or whatever, with the lung cavity or something. It's like it's kind of got like slight little, like on a rib. It's like a very particular spot, but other than that, I'm feeling better. Other than that little spot fucking hurting, I have to like crunch into it almost, so it doesn't really like get like expanded on. It's really shit. I can't really like stretch. Can't really stretch that much because of it. Ugh, fucking lame. And these are just definitely one of the things where you just gotta let it heal and just hope for the best. Food. Jesus. Damn. What's worse about it is that like there's always like a little tickle that wants to like exacerbate it further. It's like, oh my god, trying to hold that back is fucking tough. Doggo. I can like partially see him over there. He's just straight up like just hanging out right on that chair. Just gonna sleep on it. Goofy little turd. A goofy little turd. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's fine. So all intents and purposes, I'm pretty much all right. I'm just like got that last little congestion that just wants to get out, but I also accidentally partially injured myself, you know, from the last few days from being sick too. So now it's just like that on top of everything. I swear to God, there's like always fucking something with me this past like month. This last little bit of the year is trying to kick my ass. I don't exactly approve of it trying to kick my ass. Just speaking of which, I don't know why speaking of which, but here. Get one of my hoes in here. There we go. Go. Oh, goodness gracious. I thought my brain will wake up a little bit for today. Because, man, my friend love him, loves art, but holy shit, I don't think he has the concept of low energy. Like, he like, if you don't stop him, he'll just keep going. It's like, aye. So after I played pool with him, came back here, and I'd like kicking it way too fucking long, and ended up just being like almost like a too deep for me moment where I'm just like, yo, we're like getting a little hardcore with with your shit right now. But I mean, I don't blame him, but it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, I think he really honestly, seriously lets, like, his brother, in a sense, kind of fucking, I don't know, control him in a way or some shit. In the sense of how, like, feels about things and shit. But, I don't know. It was a little, draining for me. A little bit. I'm kind of glad he's, like, working until, like, 1, to be honest. Just because, you know, I can at least take a little bit of a social battery break from that, because I don't mind it, but, well, I do after a certain time, but it's like, I don't mind it, it's just like, but it needs to be more, timely. Because at a certain, like, he was just still going, and it was like fucking 5:30 in the morning, I was sitting here just like, just passing out. And he would just ask, like, hey, you alright? I'm like, I'm tired. I'm, like, falling asleep right now, bro. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he'll go on for, like, another 10 minutes. I'm sitting there like, oh, my God. Because now I'm just feeling like a mini grouch. Not a major grouch, but just a mini one. Just because of lack of sleep. I like woke up straight up at like 2:40, and I was just like, well, I'm getting right the fuck up, you know, because there ain't no way I'm gonna be able to, like, you know, relax here for a second. Ugh. Ooh. Still a little bit of that. Still a little bit of that bullshit, but I'm just glad it's nowhere near as bad. I'm hoping by tomorrow most of this congestion would be gone. I don't really have to worry about, like, you know, being like, might a little bit, but whatever. I know there's going to be at least a little flemage, you know, cough away, you know, for a little bit after all this, but whatever. Doesn't help that I'm a stoner either. It doesn't help. I mean, it weirdly it does, because, like, I actually do feel better now just taking those few tokes, despite this. So I don't know, like, it helps, but it doesn't, because it is hitting the spot that it also is like, It's weird. We just kind of weird that way. It is a medicinal thing, and it's very helpful in a lot of ways, but at the same time, it still has got its negatives, but it, like, depending, you know, sometimes on, like, the more immediate, like, short-term aid, it kind of evens out almost, if that makes sense. But I mean, it's not like some crazy, like, you know, earthly magic of just like, oh, it doesn't do no harm, it helps nothing matter what. It's like, I mean, you know, we all had our phase as soon as, like, we started getting overtly legalized in these states. Like, we all have like, oh my goodness, yay, you know, yeah, cool. But look, hey, you know, it's not like, you know, it's all cracked out to be. I mean, it is, but it's like at the same time, don't want to be done with it. And frankly, at least I can tell from the younger gen, they don't really seem to like. It's like they have like the same kind of like idea about it, but it's just like to them, it's just like kind of like not even like a cultural. Well, it is a cultural thing, but not like a straight up like stoner bro thing. It's more just like, oh yeah, it's like we could go back to my place, have a dab or two, play some video games, which is a stoner thing, but like it's not like hey, let's like hella smoke some dabs, bro, and then the video games come later once like it's not even mentioned. That just comes later and almost naturally. But nowadays, like you get the boys together, hang out for a little bit, play some video or some shit, or something like that, or like go to the gym too. Like that's what I seem to notice, at least from like some of the younger generation that I work with. Like they like they're kind of stonerish in their own ways, but they just they don't like just like hang around like in a circle and like chit chat and talk and like pass the J around. That's like not much their thing, at least from what I can tell. Maybe it is, but like they're like kind of weed use, or like the culture of weed for them, I think it's a little different, comparison now. I suppose it's nice because now it's, I think, normalized to the point to where it's just kind of an everyday thing, part of society. Just gotta be, responsible and shit, just like, any other substance that's regulated that way. So, I mean, if anything, it just seems like it's kind of just another addition to like the frat party thing. It's like, oh yeah, me and my boys got some brews and got a couple dabs or something. And that's another thing I know, is that they like their dabs and shit and their vape pens. If I had to take a guess, probably just because it's easier, to like take with you and go to places with, hide it, be discreet with it, shit like that. At least I'd assume. What's the point of even like saying hello to my dog who's not coming in here? Kind of look at him real quick. I'm gonna stare at him and be like, yo, bro. What are you doing, bro? Oh, now he wants to be in here. Oop. Close the door and he's like, wait, don't forget me. Oh, God, it's so silly. He didn't get up until I closed the door. He was like, no. It's like, we can't allow that. He is a goofy little dog. It's like the door's open and he don't care. He'll just chill there all day. But as soon as the door closes, now he wants to be in the laundry room. He does not like, having a closed door between me and him. You goofy thing. Oof, that felt pretty good. At least like the, pain from over here isn't really as bad. And I'm thinking it definitely has to be kind of like, where the lung cavity meets the rib, where it just like literally went like, or something. Not like a complete like tear or whatever, but just kind of just enough to where it's like, because I could definitely tell, because whenever I move this a lot around, it definitely has got like some feelings of just like, it's like I feel there's like a movement there that Probably shouldn't be going. But it's not severe. It's just enough to be like, ah. I mean, weirdly enough, feels good to stretch it out a little, which I think helps. Actually, this does help. Fuck, this actually feels really good. Oh, stretching back doesn't really, but there we go. That actually felt pretty good. I was saying, oh, that doesn't really feel good. And I just did that. I'm like, oh, you know what? I actually did. And somehow, like, loosened shit. That was a big glob of funk that was, like, buried in the bowels. That was some cultured lump butter. Ugh. Lord of mercy on that one. Doggo, what are you doing? Wow. Every time I'm like calling him over, then he closes that thing on. He closes the door. Like, I don't get him. I don't get that little ridiculous absurdity. What is with his ass? Sukov, how come you hate it when I close the door on you from the kitchen, but you do this to me in the laundry room? Because whenever I start doing shit or leaving, you usually freak the fuck out being in there. You're like, Dad, what the hell? Where'd you go? No. Meh. He is so fucking weird. Man, I'll truly never get that little fluffball Doge. Because he's definitely got some strange little mannerisms, that's for sure. Logan was pulling out his like strange little mannerisms, even after we came back from the pool, because he's definitely got like a little bit of like Jazzy Vito in him for sure, but he's got his own weird little quirks that I have yet to really completely figure out or really understand. Because he, like, he's like the most laziest, goofiest little cat dog ever. It's absurd. Also thinking about like a few other little things I can do, for like playtime with him too, because I found like a couple other balls that were around outside. I'm assuming because he collected them. I'm guessing. And I was like kind of playing around with him with that last night a little bit. Just kind of tossing it up against the garage door, and I swear he literally could have done that all night and morning and day. I don't think he would ever have been distracted or have been like, tired from that at all, because he was enjoying the shit out of that. I need to get like a little like crate or something if like kind of collect all of his like toys around, because I know he's got like mainly most of them in here, but there's also a bunch of them in the backyard and outside. So I need to just like get like a crate or something and just like collect them and just have them out there, maybe on the side over here or some shit like that. So then he can, or I can at least pick up something for him, and there we go. Get a little playtime going. Because half the time, like, whenever I start tossing shit around for him, like, normally he'd just be like, whatever. But last night he was like really hella into it. So I don't know if he's just like, has moods, but when it comes to like playing around or not, but whenever he's in a mood for it, I want to like, try to catch him in that type of shit so I can keep him a little more active. Because I know my dad doesn't really exactly have, real good means of, being active to do any of that with him, really. I don't even really think, his idea of like letting him out, is even like really great. He just opens the door and just hopes, he will just walk out there on his own. It's like, no, you have to kind of like shuffle him out there, close the door, and just like be out there with him for a little bit. Eventually he will go, but it's like you just have to let him be out there on his own for a while and just like watch him. Because eventually he'll do his biz, but he won't unless you're out there with him, just watching him, chilling. Because he's weird like that. At least in the backyard. In the front yard, he'll just wander off and do his own thing, which I don't like, but that's why you at least have to watch his ass, because he's a little sneaker. Give him a chance, he'll just start running around up and down the neighborhoods, sniffing the yards and everyone's fucking front yard and shit. It's like, bruh. Just because everyone else has doggos doesn't mean you get to explore their neighborhoods. That's their turf, not yours. Oop, 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 oop. Damn. Grabbing doing whale shit. Wow, shit right there. Oop. All I just want to do is a time check. It's about 5:40. Ugh. Long. Lunch is almost over, but ugh. Really? Got like another 10-ish minutes. Boo. Well, it's not really 10, more like 5, but whatever. Who's counting? I mean, I probably should, but eh. I don't really give enough of a fuck about that place to be like hyper anal about it. I feel a little sniffle to release. What we got? Survey says. Yeah. Pretty much nothing. Sweet. Feels nice to have at least most of the shit just kind of be really cleared out now. The cold Evictus has almost been completed. I just hope that, by tomorrow I'll just be mostly gone. That would be a nice. As long as I, it's like with whatever like little flemage bullshit it's like left in my, lungaronis when it comes to getting loom butter out and all that shit. Like, hopefully most of it's just gone by tonight. Because, I'm both sick of it. That's coming from a stoner bro. Who's known for coughing up loom butter from time to time. Alright, let's get that last little bowl smoked out. Last of my coffee finished up. Before I bid adieu. I'm home later tonight, and Rosie pops in too, because I never really got too much of a chance to talk about the substance last night because my friend Logan, because he I don't know, like, at least especially if a stream like last night, it kind of really shows that, like, you know, once you kind of get him on a roll, he doesn't stop. Like, straight up. In fact, honestly, when I was at the, you know, playing pool, like, it was mostly just me for the most part, because you end up talking to some other people, and that was like one of the rare times of respite that night. Just to be like, all right, he's talking to some other folks right now. I'll practice playing some pool a little bit before he comes over here. And I played like 3 games, and I'm like, where the fuck is he? You know, I'm already finished with a drink. I'm about to get another one. Where the hell is he? I still see him at the bar. I'm like looking over like this. I'm like, what the? So I walk over there. I'm just like, oh, okay. Gonna play? You know, I end up chatting with, you know, them and stuff for a little bit too, you know, with, you know, because they're buddies of mine too. But I was just like, we came here to play though, right? We got a few games in at least, so at least 2 games. I beat him once, and then he got me once in the last game. So I'd say a pretty fair, good game, or good games at least. The last one was pretty close too, because I almost, you know, got the 8-ball in, but I got fucking robbed, and it just like like on the corner of the pocket. And I was just like, fuck. Well, that just sealed the deal, and of course he just like boop and plops it right in. I was like, well, that's game, but god damn it. It was a very unfortunate situation. I was just like, God. There was a few times where that's happened with me, where I've, you know, been robbed like that, you know, last night, where I was like, really? It's not even like I hit it that hard. So annoying. But yeah. Well, let's get back to work. Finish your lunchtime shit, so peace out and go for the next one. So, toodaloo.